We pray for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I will say, if you're gonna go vegan, just make sure the food tastes good. It's not just salads and carrot sticks and broccoli. If it tastes good, you're good. It'll keep you young.
Vegan food.
Continue watching to find out more.
Don't be vegan, cause the suffering of the animal people seems fun to you. Well, your turn next, soon.
Greetings, hungry viewers. Malian means how are you in Nuer, one of the indigenous languages spoken in South Sudan. My name is Dinay. Proud of their ethnic culture, the people of South Sudan are eager to brighten your day with their lively dance and music. Welcome to our show, the Vegandale Festival, Los Angeles, USA, with Hellenic Vincent de Paul, Vegan, Part 1 of 2.
Warning: sensitive images.
Cramp yourself in a body-tight cage with others. Living in filth all the time. Waiting to be tortured, dragged, poked, pierced, then murdered. You like that, hey? You'd scream. You'd want to be rescued. Well, the animal people scream every day in a locked, hidden, tormenting abattoir. You've the right and power to rescue him.
So there is no way in hell that they will silence us and that we will allow the cruel treatment of animals to continue undebated in this country. There is no way in hell.
Please do it. Be vegan.
If you are a foodie who loves all sorts of delicious vegan food, you have tuned in at the perfect time. Today, we will showcase highlights from the mouth-watering Vegandale Vegan Food Festival, which will awaken your appetite and perhaps even have you back for seconds. From its origins in Toronto, Canada, the Vegandale Festival has expanded to some of the most prominent US cities, including Dallas, Miami, Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. With over 120 vendors, sponsors, and artists, Vegandale blends visual arts, live music, and delicious vegan comfort food, satisfying over 150,000 attendees annually. The 2022 Los Angeles Vegandale Festival was held in the Los Angeles State Historic Park. We spent a few hours relaxing and enjoying this vegan village. Let us give you a tour. Let us go and chat with some attendees.
We love vegan foods!
Yeah.
What you got to say?
I will say that I've had a great time here today.
You sound so vegan.
Because I am. 20 years in, baby. 20 years
Yeah! Nice. Give it up, Harper. How long have you been vegan? 5 years, right?
Yeah.
I will say if you're gonna go vegan, just make sure the food tastes good. It's not just salads and carrot sticks and broccoli. If it tastes good, you're good. It'll keep you young.
Vegan food.
I'm 41.
Right, we're in our 40s though. Vegan, that's what vegan food does for you, you know? I'm 42 right here. You want me to take my glasses off? Let's go, vegans.
I love broccoli and carrots.
Yeah.
Be vegan, make peace.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Melissa. I'm here with my friends Bobby the Vegan and my husband Justin. And we've been vegan now for 11 years. Never felt better. And we love festivals like this, meeting cool people like yourself and all these high vibe friends. You know what I do? I actually help the masses go vegan, but we do it in a really delicious way because most people are afraid of going hungry or being hungry. And so whenever we go to a party, we bring a delicious Mexi dip full of the cheese and the meat, but it's not really cheese or meat. We don't even tell anyone and everybody eats it. Gosh, I share recipes every single day on my Instagram. We have events where we teach people how to eat better, so it's a blast.
My name's Bobby Hyam. I've been vegan for about 4 years now, I think, and it was because I was working out and eating 300 grams of protein a day like my trainer told me to, and then I found a bodybuilder online, Nimai Delgado. He's really great, check him out, and he basically showed that you don't really need to be eating all that rubbish in order to build muscle, and so I switched to what he was eating, and I found a few other people to help me along the way, and Melissa being one of them, who showed me how to create really great plant-based food. And since then, yeah, she's also got me into cookies as well. And since then, my dad actually was very sick, and he had prostate cancer, type 2 diabetes, 2 stents put in his heart, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, all of the things that are brought about by the Western diet. And the doctor told him he would be on 7 different kinds of drugs for the rest of his life, and he has pretty much weaned himself off all the drugs now just by going vegan and following a protocol from Dr. Esselstyn. So yeah, it's been life-changing. He now wears the same size clothes as I do, and he's much healthier. He's probably added 10 years to his life. So being vegan has really changed my life and my parents as well for the better. It's been awesome.
Be a vegan or face hell soon.
Vegandale Festival is an excellent place for social activities and meeting with all kinds of people, vegans and non-vegans alike. Enthusiastic viewers, it is about time to try the smoothie recipe shared by a vegan friend we met at the event. We will return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Warmongers belong to hell, not to our civilized world.
Warning: sensitive images.
Welcome back to our program, The Vegandale Festival, Los Angeles, USA, with Hellenic Vincent DePaul, Vegan, Part 1 of 2. Now, cherished viewers, let us explore the impetus for the first Vegandale Festival. With all the vegetarian and vegan events that began springing up about 10 years ago, why was there a need for Vegandale, and what sets it apart from the myriad other veg events? We invite you to join Vegandale's founder, Hellenic Vincent DePaul, Vegan, on the Bloody Vegans podcast, hosted by Jim Moore, Vegan.
So tell us about Vegandale. What is it for folks who don't know? When did it come about? I'd love to hear the whole story.
Yeah, Vegandale, it came about in 2015. I was vegan a few years before that, or maybe like 6-7 years before 2015. And, I had gone vegan. I didn't know anyone vegan, but I would always go to these veg events. They would call it, veg events in and around Toronto or Ontario. And I'm going to be honest, it really bothered me. Every time I went to these events, it bothered me, for 2 reasons. There was a big focus on health. There was a big focus on environment. So you would go, they wouldn't use the word vegan anywhere, and it would just be like, oh, it would be like people dressed up in strawberries, people doing yoga. And I got to be honest, I thought all that was ridiculous, because where I came from, veganism is about the animals. It's about doing what's right by the animals. It was never about health or the environment. And this isn't to say that health or the environment are important. They are. But when it comes to veganism, I think the conversation about animals should always be the dominant conversation. And that wasn't happening. That wasn't and still is not happening in current vegan events.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. St. Helena is one of them. St. Helena, Protection of Animals Ordinance, 1969. It is an offense for a person to cruelly beat, ill-treat, torture, or terrify an animal person, or to abandon an animal individual in one's care. The penalty is a fine of 200 British pounds, or 240 euros, and or imprisonment for 6 months. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace, so be it.
Hellenic Vincent de Paul also stresses that vegans come from across the spectrum. People the world over, regardless of race, class, or religion, are embracing the concept of compassion for animal people. In Hellenic Vincent de Paul's eyes, there is no image of a vegan per se, but rather it should just simply become the new normal.
And I think the other problem was vegan events aren't normalized. And what I mean by that is it's all the same types of people. There's a certain demographic. They're all about health, environment, yoga. And to where I came from, I thought, this is bizarre. What does yoga have to do with veganism? It doesn't have anything whatsoever to do with veganism. And it seemed to be, from my observation, this is just my personal observation, I felt that they were stereotyping themselves.
Disappointed that the plight of the animal people was being ignored, Hellenic Vincent de Paul began to think of how he could help the vegan movement move forward by introducing delicious plant-based food to the public, while at the same time putting the focus of the movement squarely back to the plight of the animal people, where it duly belongs.
I thought the problem here was, how can I normalize veganism? So, because for me, to this day, I strongly believe that the only difference between a vegan and a non-vegan is that the vegan does not want to participate in the suffering and death of animals. But other than that, we're all the same, meaning one could be black, white, whether you're rich, you're poor. So I believe, and I still strongly believe, that vegans come in all shapes, colors, all political leanings. And the only thing that we have in common is that we are vegan. So to do that, I started Vegandale. And I said, you know what? We're going to normalize veganism. And the first thing we're going to do is we're not going to use the color green. We're not going to talk about health. We're not going to talk about environment. The only thing we are going to talk about is the ethics and morals. Is it wrong to kill animals? That is the only thing we to talk about. And we did that. I started it off purely as a passion project. I started off in Toronto because I wanted to promote veganism, and I didn't think the other events in the city were doing that. So that was really just a passion. Second year, I did it completely as a passion project. And then, I started thinking and reflecting on my life, and I thought, you know what, I think this is something I want to do full time. I think for the animals, it'd be much better. I think this is my way of promoting veganism. This is my way of helping the animals. I wake up and I think, hey, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life here. I want to spend the rest of my life promoting veganism and promoting veganism as a moral and ethical issue.
We defiantly walk towards the road of animal liberation.
Every single animal needs every single voice. Use yours!
What an excellent decision you made, Hellenic Vincent de Paul, to spend your life promoting veganism. On behalf of all animal people, we are incredibly grateful that you decided to do so. To learn more about Vegandale, please visit vegandalefest.com.
A good deed done to an animal is as meritorious as done to a human being, while an act of cruelty to an animal is as bad as an act of cruelty to a human being. Hadith, Islam.
Wondrous viewers, it has been a pleasure to have your company for today's show. Please join us again next Tuesday, June 6th for part 2 of our program. Coming up next is The Origin and Evolution of Human Beings, part 9 of 15 on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May you be blessed and revitalized by the sun and breeze while enjoying yourselves outdoors.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Russia, leave Ukraine or you reign now. Peace be with you too.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VEG.